Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and let's chat today about how to meet more people. And my perspective off of social media, if you're going to be meeting people in person, I think it's a really good idea to meet them regularly. And the best way that I know of to do that is to either join a club or start a club. So, whether that be a networking club or whatever you are interested in, networking clubs are great because you're meeting other people who are also searching for referrals and ways to build their business. And so they're just like good, fun people to meet. You'll get a diverse group of people through a networking group. And I know that so many people have had such great success with networking groups. Kind of the way I do it though is to think about things that I'm interested in and then start groups around that. So if you really like reading, then you could start a book club or join a book club. If you like knitting, then you can start a knitting club or join one as well. And you can meet monthly or every other month, something that gives, or even weekly if you have a lot of time on your hands. It just depending on your age, right? Or if you have kids or whatever, this will vary based on that, based on what you've got going on. I just think that when you have relationships that you build, that you regularly nurture, then good things are going to come from that. And, you just don't know what kind of people you're going to meet. And you have the ability through a knitting group or a book club to be able to chat with someone regularly, outside of other things that you do. And there's also a really awesome way to meet other people whom you may not have encountered before with these kinds of groups, because you might have a friend that likes to knit, but maybe you only know like one other person that likes to knit or crochet. And so you can tell that person, hey, do you know anyone else that knits or crochets? And then they're like, yeah, I know that one person. And then you ask that person and they're like, yeah, I know that one person. And so on, right? So you might end up with like 10 people, 9 of which, you didn't really know. Maybe you only know one of them or whatever. So that wasn't good math there, but you get my point. You could also do some kind of a cooking club as well. That's super fun. Maybe you guys get together every week to meal plan or to prep things together. Maybe like somebody who's really good at like chopping vegetables versus someone who is great with dealing with raw meat. Maybe you don't like to touch raw chicken or something like that. You can prep meals for the week together. Or you could ferment together. Yes, that's what I like to do, right? Everybody have a huge sauerkraut making party or something like that. Or maybe you just, want to start a coffee meetup, right? It doesn't have to be something that complicated. You can meet at a coffee shop every week from a certain time and just hang out and maybe just get some work done or whatever, chat, have some coffee or some tea, and that's a way to meet up. Or maybe you meet up at a bookstore. It doesn't have to be at your home. Maybe it's a play group, right? You're in a mom's group and you have a weekly meetup at a playground. But just again, something that has a regular meetup schedule. Maybe it's a dog walking group. Maybe it's a stroller running group, whatever, right? You get my direct a yoga group. Anything, right? So these are all my suggestions for just getting out and meeting more people. And again, the key is to get some people in that group that you don't know. So try and build up a group that's like, 10 or more people, not too many, right? Because you want to be able to have some intimate discussions, build a really like good, deep relationship with these people. And so maybe if you had 50 people, that would be too much, right? But you want to have enough people that come every time and that can commit to doing it every time, that it's interesting enough for them to come every time. And if you aren't somebody who maybe starts up groups like this, then I'm sure that you can find some in your area. Maybe, reaching out to friends, hey, do you know of a knitting group or a book club? Have you ever heard of one? And just kind of check with people and reach out and network. Again, what I was going to say, just to make the final point, always be asking that friend to find someone that you don't know to join the group. So then once you have this group going, how do you then get, people interested in oils? Well, again, you might rotate where you have these meetups, but if it's at your home, then you can always be diffusing. You could maybe put some oils on, but I think for me, it's just always talking and forming with people, right? Asking them those questions all the time, trying to find a problem that you can help fill with a solution from our amazing products. Again, it's all about helping people. It's not necessarily about getting that sale, it's about helping people, right? And in the end, that means that you are going to get those sales. But if your intention is good, to meet people, to serve them, to solve their issues, to help them find a better way to feel empowered about their health, to feel empowered about how they can help their families. Again, coming back to that mission that I have, you might have a different mission, but my mission is always to empower women to help their families heal and to know that they can do that, and to build a community of people sharing their experiences, so that we all can learn this valuable information that we have lost over the years as we became more and more dependent on the medical system. So I hope that helps everyone to know how to network and how to meet more people, because there are just tons of people in your area that have really, maybe they've heard of essential oils, but they don't realize the amazing powers that our oils have. And you are the person who is going to tell them. Who else? Who else but you? Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.